Hi, welcomes everyone for the lecture 1 of a subject Fluid Mechanics. I am Sham Gupta, Assistant Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering College, Jharsuguda. So the topic is properties of fluids, which is chapter number 1 of a subject Fluid Mechanics, in which the contents are introduction about the fluid mechanics, then definition of fluid, and then continuum, and after it fluid properties, in which in today's session I cover introduction about the fluid mechanics, how it is useful in a civil engineering branch, and what are the fluids, how they define. Then after I cover continuum, and in the second lecture I cover fluid properties. So the introduction about the fluid mechanics. Fluid mechanics is the science or is the branch of science which deals with the action of forces on a fluid at rest condition as well as in a motion conditions. So fluid mechanics is divided into 3 parts. One is a fluid statics, another one is fluid kinematics, and last one is a fluid dynamics. Fluid statics, in which the fluids are considered at rest condition and the motion of fluid and the pressure forces are not considered. So if the fluid are at rest condition, then the study of fluids are called fluid statics. If the fluids are in motion and where pressure forces are not considered, only the motions of fluids are considered, then it is called fluid kinematics. And if the fluids are in motion and also the pressure forces are considered, then the study of them is called fluid dynamics. So in a simplified manner, if fluids are rest and no motion, no pressure forces are considered, then it's called fluid statics. If motion is considered but pressure forces are not considered, then it is called fluid kinematics. And if both pressure forces and motion are considered, then it is called fluid dynamics. Now, what is the fluids? So whatever the matter presents or exists on a surface of earth is in 2 states. One is solid state, another one is in a fluid state. This classification of matter is based or depend upon the spacing between the different molecules of matter as well as on the behavior of matter when subjected to stresses. Because molecules in solid states are spaced very closely and solid possess compactness and rigidity of form, that's why it's called solid state. And in a fluid, the molecules are moved more freely within the fluid mass and therefore the fluids do not possess any rigidity of forms. So the fluid exists in 2 forms, one is in liquid forms, another one is in gaseous forms. So from this pictorial view, it is clear that in a picture 1, it shows solid parts. Solid holds a definite shape and it has a fixed volume. So you can see if we put any solid into any container, then this solid will hold a shape and it has a fixed volume. While in a liquid, it doesn't have any shape. It will take the shape of container, whatever the shape of container, but it has a fixed volume. And in a gas, it will take the volume of container and also shape of container. So while filling in any container a gas, then it will take the shape of container and volume of container. So what is the difference between the gases and liquid? Liquid flows and take the shape of container but maintain a constant volume, while gases expand to fill available volume. Whatever the volume of container, it will expand up to the available volume. And liquids are incompressible. You cannot compress the liquid, while gas can be compressed. So gas are compressible. So here are 2 differences. One is liquid having a fixed volume, but gases not having a fixed volume. And second one is liquids are incompressible and gases are compressible. So the defined fluids. What is the fluids? A fluid is a substance that can flow under the action of shearing forces. If a fluid has rest, then we know that the forces on it are in balance condition. So if fluids are in rest condition, then whatever the forces are acting on it are in balance condition. A gas is a fluid that is easily compressed and it fills any vessel in which it is contained. So if we fill any gas into any container, it will occupy the complete volume of container, and these are compressible. A liquid is a fluid which is hard to compress, or you cannot compress the liquid. A given mass of liquid will occupy a fixed volume irrespective of size of container. In a simplified manner, if you put any liquid into any container, then it holds its fixed volume but doesn't hold its own shape. And last one is a free surface. The free surface is formed a boundary layer between a liquid mass and the gas above it. Properties of fluids. So the property, these are the some of the properties of fluids determine how the fluids can be used in engineering and technology, and they also determine the fluids in fluid mechanics. So if you are using any fluids in engineering and technology, then you should know the properties of fluids and how it behaves or its behavior into a fluid mechanics. So it defines the characteristics of a specific fluid, properties expressed by basic dimensions such as length, mass, temperature and time, and dimension quantified by basic units. So here are some fluid properties that I will be discussing in the next lecture. Number one is a mass density, then specific weight, specific volume, specific gravity, then what is the viscosity, surface tension, vapor pressure, capillary and cavitation. So these are the properties that we will be discussing next lecture. Thank you all.